Hey there, welcome to Anstack.in. In this video, I am going to talk about function. So let me share my screen with you all, and the very initial code which you see now is also a function. So by seeing a function, you can say some of the things about that. So the first thing which I can say about this function is that this is going to return us nothing. Void means nothing. This will not return anything. The name of this function is main. You can see that it is written here. The name of the function is main. Inside this bracket, if this function takes anything, like if it asks for something or there is any input for that function, that is written inside this bracket. So as this bracket is empty, it means it is not asking for anything also. And you can see that in this bracket inside the curly braces nothing is written, which means this function do not have any statement. So let's define one of our own function. So I will say that I also do not want anything. The return type is going to be void. So the name of the function is going to be demo. So I am writing the demo. After that we will give a parenthesis. So inside the parenthesis there is nothing, which means it is not going to take any input. Okay. So now I am going to say that you just call this one print hey I am function. Okay. So this will say hey I am function. So we have defined a function which is going to just say hey I am function. So how we can use the function? So we will just come to our main program and we will write the function name and give the parenthesis. That's it. Now whenever this function will be called, whatever is written inside these two curly braces, or you can say after this parenthesis, you see there is a opening curly braces. So from this point to the end curly braces, whatever is written, that those statements are going to be executed. So here I am just calling the demo for once, so it will print hey I am function for once. So I will write dot and the file name, it is saying hey I am function. So suppose if I call this two more times, so in total we are calling this for three times, so we are going to get the output for three times. You can say hey I am function. Okay, let's move further, and now we are going to define one other function. So again this is going to be a void, and it will say uh, my name. Okay, the function name is my name, and this function is going to take a string name. So here you can see that the function is not going to return anything. The name of the function is my name. This takes a input as string, which is going to be name, which we will be referring inside this body as the name. So I want to say that print hey and name. So what is going to happen now? So whenever anyone will try to call this function, you will see that. Let's copy this one and let's uh, call this. So when we are calling this, now we are getting an error, and it is saying that one positional argument. So now this wants something as the input, so we need to give some input, and you can see here the input is of type string. So we just have to give some string. So I will give in Nitish as the input. So now if I will try to run this, it will say hey Nitish. So suppose if I copy this and paste it, and now if I will pass the John as the input, and if I will run this, it will say hey Nitish, hey John. You can see that how the function is behaving differently based on the input. We can have input of different data type also. We cannot restrict it to use string always. So let's make another function. So now I am going to make another function, and the function name is going to be called as add, and this is going to take two integer int a and int b. Okay, after it takes these two things, this will create one variable and add these two things, and after that it will print a plus b equal to sum. So I am trying to just give you a very simple example so that you will understand. So now if I will provide 10 and 20 in it, and also I provide 8 and 7 in it. Now let's run this and let's see how it works. So you can see that for the first calling, when the first time we are calling the add, we are giving 10 and 20 as the input. So the value of a is 10, the value of b is 20. So now it will be added, which will be 30. The sum is 30. A plus b equal to 30. So you can see 10 plus 20 equal to 30. The next time when we are calling it add, we are passing 8 and 7. So now the value of A is 8. Now the value of B is 7. Both will be added. The sum is now, what is the sum? The sum is now 8 plus 7, which is 15. Now 8 plus 7 equal to 15. So you can see that how we can pass variable of different data type also. Okay, let's move further and let's see some more uh, examples. So suppose that sometimes after doing the sum we want to get the result also. So let's create one more function, and this function is going to be called multiply. So int a and int b. So this function is going to calculate the result by multiplying or finding the product of these two numbers. So int result and a into b. Yeah, so a into b. So we have defined a method, not method, sorry, uh, function called multiply, which will take two things, a and b. After that it is going to multiply that and it will return the result. So whatever will be the result. So as you can see that the result is of type integer, so here we have to write integer, which means the return type of the function is now integer. So if I want to call this, so how we will call? First we will write multiply. After that we will give some input 10, 5. So when we will call this, we are going to get some response from this, which is of type integer. So we need to store this. So we will write int a, and we have stored in the a. So now I will print a. So let's run this now. You see we are getting 50. So they, why we do these kind of things? We do these kind of things because sometimes we are going to pass like this int x equal to 10, int y equal to 9, and we will pass x here. Okay, we will pass the x here, and here we will write x into y equal to a. So now you can see that the print statement is not being executed inside the function, it is being executed in the main. It is just returning the result of the calculation. So sometimes we are going to have a very difficult calculation. If you remember, we have did a program for finding the prime number similar to that one. So I hope you got some of the point, like how the function works, how to define a function, how the function takes the input, how it can return some output also. So in the case of multiply, it is returning some, or it is giving some output also. And when it is giving some output, we just have to store it somewhere.